causes more problems. I guess maybe when computing power allows for complex decisions to be made extremely quickly, it might be able to slightly improve. But the thing is, you've got to, as a human, you can sort of anticipate what other drivers are going to do. Like if I see a taxi, I know it's going to be much more aggressive than most other cars. But I can't see how a computer is ever going to be able to make those sort of human decisions. It would definitely be easier in the UK or US, where people drive more within the rules, and road markings and junctions are more simplified.
450米处有接打电话拍照。400米处有公交车道拍照。
Personally, I don't really think I'd ever want a car just to drive everywhere for me. I actually like driving, so I'm not sure if these systems becoming as good as a human driver is really not necessary. I prefer to, in the city driving isn't as useful as the motorway driving. It's nice just to stick it on the motorway when it's very simple and you can just relax. But in the city there's so many more tricky decisions it has to make, so you need to pay attention anyway. This might be a bit more of a tricky junction here. You've got 2 lanes turning left. And probably a lot of cars in the right-hand lane are going to cut the corner, so this lane will be a lot slower. We need to get out of the junction. Just gonna have to give it a little bit of encouragement. Otherwise, no one's going to let us
前方红
in.
绿灯路口直行，领航开始。
So we're going to get a bit stuck here, I think, because of this. Car's pulled out too far. Yeah, it was going to stop there, so I had to just make it go.
你已驶入绿波路段，车速45到50，可绿灯通过2个路口。领航即将结束 ，Pilot 将继续运行。400米处有违法拍照。当
So
前
it
路段绿
didn't
波车
indicate
速
at
40到
all there,
45。
and it just changed lane.
前方红绿灯路口直行 ，Pilot 已退 ，Pilot 已退出 ，Pilot 已启动。
Not sure what that was about.
即将经过环岛，请从第1出口驶出，进入劳动南路。
I think it's going to deactivate here because this is another pretty tricky intersection. So you can see it says it ends here and then restarts here, so obviously they've detected that this roundabout, large roundabout, is too difficult for it to navigate. See if what
进入环岛
happens.，
请从第1出口驶出，进入劳动南路。驶出环岛 ，Pilot 已退出。请走左侧第3，请控制方向。Pilot 已退出。沿当前道路继续行驶2公里。100米处有接打电话拍照。
Got an ET5 ES6 in front, both in the same colour. It's an old ES6.
"右侧公交，请控制方向。 前方500米内有多个不。
So it didn't need to change
有
lane.
151、2956、2390的来电，接听还是挂断？
接听。
您好，
你好，
你好，我这边是未来中心那个中大门店的伙伴，然后您报名了我们浓密帽子的活动，问一下您今天还过来吗？
我来了，我马上到了。
好的，好的，一会儿见。
谢谢。
不客气，拜拜。
拜拜。
领航开始。
I was trying to make a lane change there where you're not actually allowed to make a lane change. So I've just stopped it.
领航辅助已退出。领航开始。
So it's quite often that when it needs to get into the correct lane, like if the far left lane is turn left only, it does not necessarily waits too long, but when it wants to change lane, it's not decisive enough and nobody will give it opportunity to change lane, and then it gets stuck in the wrong lane. That happens all the time. Like, I think in the UK, if someone's indicating to move into the other lane, maybe 1 out of 10 people wouldn't let it change lane.
领航辅助已退出。
But in China, it's more like 9 out of 10
请控制
people
方向。
won't let you in. Yeah, so it's gonna have the same situation again here, I think.
请控制方向。
So I'm gonna sort of forced it
Pilot
into
已退出。领航开始。
the lane there.
红绿灯处有闯红灯拍照。领航辅助已退出。领航开始。
I think it probably would have stopped for that car then, but I was a bit worried, so I slightly pressed the brake, which cancelled it. We basically arrived now, so I think I'll end it here.